The darkness has come.
Are you ready?
Welcome to the Metal Experience, only on Slam Internet Radio.
Liars and the traitors.
crowd. If you dare to risk it all, choke down your foolish pride. Now you know there's gonna be no place to hide. Step through spotlight, make no sound. Leave the evils like that. Want the crowd. Danger lurks beyond the scope, into lost dreams of hope. Dark dread fills your soul, reaching out to slit your throat. Courage steals, progress you will. Tomorrow dies unless you wait. As you tread deeper still, there's no escape. Step through spotlight, make no sound. Leave the evils like they onto the crowd. What they want from you guys, this is our land. Rise up, stand up. Rise up, stand up. Rise up, stand up. Follow me into the darkness, and I will show you the light.
And now for your weekly dose of metal. Here are your hosts, Morgan Danielle and Luco Blaze on The Metal Experience.
Good evening. I am Luco Blaze with Morgan Danielle, and we have that guy Bill and Rabbi David. And we just heard some motherfucking Miles from Exile with the song Gates. Morgan, is that one new? Tell me. Tell me now.
Yeah, that's a new song. That's off of their newest album. Dave, what's that new album called by Miles from Exile?
Tell me, Dave. Speak to me. Speak to me.
Can't make me
It's
do
okay.
anything.
Dave just has no idea what's going on.
No, I have some idea what's going on.
A little
No,
bit?
he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
What's that album called, Dave? Tell me. Tell me now.
Fuck, I lost it. God damn it.
Of course you did.
All right. Well,
Moving
then we
on.
heard some Dead Man's Hand with the song Evil Underground.
Which we are seeing on Friday. They are opening up for the one and only Doyle featuring Dr. Chud. They're going to be at Bada Brew.
Chud.
Show starts at 6. We bought tickets out Dead Man's Hand. $15. Not a bad move at all. So definitely hit up Dead Man's Hand. Still have tickets for this Friday at Bada Brew. We'll be there.
I'm going to try and touch Doyle's arms.
Good luck.
Okay.
He'll beat
I hope
you.
he doesn't beat me up.
Then that Miles album is called Borrowed Eyes.
Borrowed
Borrowed
Eyes
Eyes.
from Miles from Exile. Check it out. And then finally we heard some Orinoco, Foreign Taco with the song Only Your Bruises Bleed.
Which they are opening for after the burial in Texas in July on this coming Tuesday at Mojo's. So big things happening for them. And they've got a bunch of show dates that they have put up on their Facebook page for you to definitely check out and update yourself. There's like 10 different shows I think that they're playing coming up.
Rock and roll.
Why did that get really silent like that?
Well,
Super weird.
we are here tonight in the studio with the one and only. She's making some final calls. Birdie Garcia. Let's let her get herself situated for a second here.
And then last night,
And
not
those are
last
for you.
night, but on Saturday night, we sponsored a show at the Burlington Bar. Real fun stuff. We saw Zombie Apocalypse, Oxblood,
Badass, double
Lucifus
badass,
drove
triple
in
badass,
from
quadruple
Lafayette,
badass.
and then Geth Prime was the headliner. It was awesome. And happy birthday to Randy. Sorry you couldn't make your birthday show. That's our
Dude, it was
fault.
awesome. You should have been there.
Yeah,
We were sponsoring
we
a
sponsored
show.
the show.
We had our show set up before them.
We set it up way
Wow.
before Randy, and then Randy's
Wait.
like, "Oh, you guys coming to my
Sorry.
birthday show?" We're like,
I prepped this show since
dude.
April.
We totally forgot your birthday. Don't be mad.
Yeah, I'm like, we set this up in April. Well, wasn't it? Was it his actual birthday on the day of the show, or was it just
I'm
the
gonna
birthday
say
show?
yes, just to make you feel worse.
Well, I'm gonna say
I
no,
think it was
so
like
I don't feel as
Thursday
bad.
earlier that week. I don't.
Because we wished him happy birthday.
Yeah,
And,
we love
um,
those guys.
That
They're
was
awesome.
that kind of sucked. I wish we could have combined the shows. That
Yeah,
would have
if I
made
would've
my life
known.
better.
Bitchin', yeah. I would have gone to both of those at the same time, then it covers all bases. And
Well,
you don't have to
who
make
played
decisions.
Randy's show since you were there?
Approaching Dawn was there.
Nice.
Speed Freak was
Nice.
there. I actually popped in a little late, so I missed the first band.
But you don't know who they were?
No, I'm so sorry.
Well,
band.
Was it Atlanta's Burning?
Good question.
I don't know.
You asked me, and I'm not prepared. I'm a horrible journalist
No,
and
it's
interviewer.
okay.
I can't
It's
be
okay.
prepared.
So
we don't prep anything. That's what we do.
what I also learned from now on is I need to wear earplugs to shows because we were standing
All
in the
the
front
time.
row, and my ears are still ringing.
Yeah,
So
that
I don't
might be
think that's
permanent.
good.
I told you.
No, you're
That
getting
happened
older.
Saturday,
Yeah. They're still
and my
ringing?
ears are ringing on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I blame Oxblood. They
would too.
played so
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
I think that's, I mean,
It is
because,
Oxblood's fault. They were super loud.
yeah, Lucifus played a fucking badass set,
God.
and I was
Lucifus.
right in the front
By
for
the
that.
way, first show in Chicago for Lucifus, thanks to us.
I don't think that was their first show.
That was their first show in the
Oh.
city.
Where are they from?
They're from Lafayette, Indiana. They drove
Okay.
2.5
Those guys
hours
are,
out
they're
to
like
play.
party thrash metal, and they're
fucking
awesome. They're cool dudes.
Which Fisting from the Grave?
Fisted from the grave.
Fisted from the Grave came out. They're split with Mountain Grave, which we picked up. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, we got a
There's
phone
a phone
call?
call. I haven't even
There's a
given out
phone
the number.
call already?
Go ahead
People
and
are
patch
listening?
that through.
All
No
right.
need to answer it. Hello? This is a metal
Hello.
experience.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Is this
Randy.
Randithal?
Hi. You guys are talking about me, and I love you all
We were.
very much.
Randy, we were so disappointed we weren't able to come out to your show.
No.
Your birthday
No,
show?
don't be. No, it's cool.
I'm going to give you
guys
extra
don't worry
humps
about
next
it,
time I
man.
see you.
Atlanta's Burning was Holly's show. I didn't even get to see Holly, and it was my actual
She
fucking
was
birthday.
on another
It was
show.
my actual birthday. Saturday, September 6th. But I got to hang out with her at the exit the night before. So it's
There you
cool.
go.
It's cool. You guys don't worry about it. Okay?
We're marking
all
that in
had
our
shows.
calendar from now on.
Yeah, September 6th.
September
Randy's
6th,
birthday.
we will do nothing except for be by your side and slam ice houses with you, brother.
Oh,
keeping
you
up
guys
with
are
it.
Yeah,
killing me,
right?
man.
Oh,
No.
All right, I might have to do
Okay,
Miller
cool.
Lights. You could do the ice houses. I don't know if I can keep up with ice houses, but
Right.
light beer. I'm kind of a sissy.
But we all had
Well,
shows
now
going
here's-
that night.
Here's the thing, guys. Now, you know, before I could never listen to your show because I was at work.
Uh-oh, what happened,
Now-
Randy?
Now I'm first shift and I'm drunk and I'm listening to your show. And I call in.
I'm surprised you're not here.
I wish you guys. I wish I could be, but I just.
You're just too drunk. Don't drive, Randy.
You're just too drunk, dude. It's all right. That's why we love you.
It's all right. We
That's
love
how
you, brother.
we love you too, drunk.
Oh, well, anyways, but yeah, Speed Freak, Approaching Dawn, and Dead Man's Hand open,
Dead Man's
by
Hand,
the way.
thank you.
You gonna be at that Doyle show on Friday? Are we gonna see you?
I don't know. That's a long way to go.
I know.
Where's that show again?
It's at Bada Brew.
Oh.
Crest Hill?
Is it at Bada?
Okay.
It's
I
at
thought it was
Bada.
at Mojo's. Why was I thinking
No, it's
Mojo's?
at Bada.
Mojo's isn't much farther
make
than
sense.
Bada Brew.
That's
Right,
true.
yeah, but yeah, that's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, except for Bada, we get away with more shit.
Right.
Yeah, buddy.
So,
Absolutely.
Dude,
yeah,
missed
next
you
year,
already.
so totally we're going to fucking make. Oh, it was great because that man's hand had like massive technical difficulties. You
That's
know,
right.
fucking.
How is that great? That's terrible
Yeah.
for those
well,
guys.
no, but
It extended the
Speed
show.
Freak got me up on stage and they were talking about that fucking bus ride. And I finally got up there. I got up there and explained to people exactly how I met them. And I was like, no, this is not the first time I met you guys. I'm like, this is how I actually met
They're
you guys.
still talking about the bus ride. That's
So
awesome.
We
Yeah,
need to
they're
bring
so
it up on
sorry.
air.
Holy-
Every time they've
They
been on the
totally
show, they've talked
neglected
about
me
that.
getting kicked out of Texas Hippie Coalition, and I just cannot believe they would do that to me.
Aw.
Because it's like a badge of honor. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, really? I got kicked out of THC. So,
You
you
okay?
guys take me on air, or
What?
Are you on air?
Yeah, you're on air.
You're on air. You're
oh
live,
God,
buddy.
I'm so
You're the
sorry.
first caller.
I'm so
No,
drunk.
you're good.
This is what
I'm
happens.
so drunk.
You're drunk dialing
You're super
again.
early. I was like,
I
I didn't
called
even.
it early. Anyways, Birdie, and thank you, Birdie, so much, sweetheart. For you came out, right? I did see you.
I did.
Saturday.
You did see me. You might have seen
doesn't
multiples
remember.
of me, but yes.
I was really, really drunk. Oh, fucking Approaching Dawn, you guys, if you guys are out there listening, man, thanks for the 30 rack ice house. And Dave from Livewire, oh my God, dude, what a huge supporter of the local scene. Man,
Dude.
I just, that fucking fucking guys
Don't
off.
cry, Randy.
It's all right.
okay,
It's
Randy.
all right,
Man,
buddy.
I'm so
I'll be there to
emotional
pat
right
your
now.
back for
I'm
you.
just a tearjerker. And
I'll
another
hold
one
your hair
too.
back while you vomit, and I'll pat your back when you cry.
Listen.
What?
Approaching dawn. Armored Assault, October 4th. I don't know if you guys know about this show that we got set up, but we got it's CMA and the boys from Georgia Metal Alliance. Man,
Right.
Georgia.
I'm gonna put that shit out there for you guys.
First time hearing about them?
If you can make it out that way, we got a bunch of fucking cool shit going on at Livewire. We got the burlesque. We got a burlesque show.
A burlesque
going
show.
on.
Who are some of the burlesque
Who are the
performers?
lovely ladies?
I would like to know their names.
I have no idea. It's a company that actually had booked the venue, and then me and Dave's like, hey, listen, man, Armored Assault has, because they had the battle for Mayhem Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave gave them a tab. Oh, which, by the way, anybody who shows up to the show who buys an Armored Assault CD gets a wristband and gets free PBRs all night.
What?
Guys buying themselves a new fucking Armored Assault CD.
The new CD? The new CD's coming out?
The new EP that we're on? Hold on. We're on two of those tracks.
We're on 2 of those
Yeah, we
tracks.
are.
Screaming vocals.
Screaming with Dave. Dave came out. Hey,
Dave was out there too. Hi, Dave.
Fucking A. So
I
I
can't
can
wait.
expect you guys out there because this is going to be their release party for that
You're going to
CD.
hate me, but I have Evil Dead musical tickets.
Do you?
Afterwards,
Oh.
maybe, but that's our anniversary weekend, and we're partying real hard.
That
On October 4th?
Randy, that's actually our 3-year anniversary
Of the show?
Oh my God.
No,
that's
of dating.
badass,
Oh,
man.
wow.
That's not important.
Morgan's
That is
planned
so bad.
all
I
this.
Wait,
played
so
a whole
crazy.
crazy weekend that weekend.
No, but
3 years?
3 years, man.
Morgan, but we got to
It
be there to
feels
do
like
like
10.
bang
We
vocals
just
like we
got
did.
together when we started the Alliance.
We started. Oh, I've done the Metal Experience. Well, I've done the radio show since May of 2011.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Luco's 3 year with the show is the last Tuesday of October.
Oh, so you shacked up and he... Oh, Luco. You bet.
Hey, man, you know.
Oh, you lucky. He got lucky.
Just LIVIN,
We
baby.
knew each other before then, though. It wasn't just what was metal. Yeah, it was definitely metal.
It was always metal.
Relationships metal.
That's actually our 3-year anniversary.
What's this going on?
What is that?
He's
What
talking to
is
someone
that?
else, obviously.
Oh,
Randy.
That was me talking to you what we just were talking about. I had to walk in and get a lighter. I had to walk away because the delay is killing me.
Yeah, turn the monitor off while you're on air.
It's
You'll
not the
get, like,
monitor.
Well, no, I turned
So
this walk
speakers.
outside.
Gotcha,
I'm butt
gotcha.
naked. You should see me. I'm in all my glory.
Send me
nice.
a picture.
Oh man. How many nudes do you send Rob on a daily basis?
I'm 3 or 4.
Partial or
and then
full?
he has to pick and choose which ones he's going to
Oh
embarrass.
man,
He's
that's
like-
an awkward moment when you open your phone and there's a Randy selfie.
Rob,
Yeah.
what
No,
is
that's
that?
what-
That's my
every
wiener.
time
Thinking about you.
It's like but no, you don't understand. After every like epic weekend that we have together is like us, it's the
Together.
Chicago Metal Alliance.
Absolutely.
I dread that first click of Facebook. It's like, oh my god, what did I do this weekend, man? Oh my
man.
god.
Crazy,
So,
crazy.
would you like to hear the new Q-Share story for the year?
Yes, what's the new Q-Share story for
Okay,
you?
so Friday after I get off work, I do some illicit drugs, and I go to the exit with fucking, you know,
A list of
my
drugs.
cast and crew of merry men and mayhem.
Oh man.
And well, so happens they got these DJs going on upstairs, and for the
Usually
life
they
of
do.
me, you all know me, and I'm a lover of all men. But this black guy was there, and yes, this black guy was there. He was a DJ upstairs
my
wearing
God.
a cape, and I asked him if he was
Where's this
super
going?
Negro, and he didn't
Whoa,
like it very
Randy.
much, man.
Oh
in
my
the air,
God.
looked out my head.
Oh my goodness, Randy.
It's okay. We're on
It
internet
was
radio.
bad. They got
I can
fucking
imagine.
This
for-
is my friend.
Randy.
I was totally
And that's when you
joking.
go, hey, have you met my friend Icehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when Rob comes in. He's like,
Funny as I
Randy,
thought,
come
I thought
on.
Yeah.
I found it fucking hysterical. Even Rick from the exit found it fucking quite amusing.
Man.
But anyways, if you are listening, sir, I would like to sincerely offer you now an apology on air and in front of God and everybody, I really didn't mean anything by it. So
here, I thought you were going to tell a story about how you broke out into dancing on your head and doing spins and going crazy.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, why wouldn't he?
Oh no, I just
twerking.
asked the DJ if he was, super Negro.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
This is why we love you.
Randy, you goofy man.
Always making us laugh. We love you.
I know. Okay.
We'll see you at a show real soon.
Hey, listen,
what time does that?
Anti-Boredom's calling in. If those guys are listening, man, I love you guys. You guys are fucking sick as fuck, man.
Yes, we are getting them on the line just in a few.
What time does that show start on the 4th? The Armored Assault show? Because maybe after our show we can come out for a little bit of it.
It's actually going to be a long one. We have well, we're going to probably do a barbecue. We're going to do the Betty Burlesque, Betty Blue Burlesque, something like that. And then we got Armored Assault, and then we got some Georgia Metal Alliance boys playing Threatening the Order, the Complex Project.
I do gotta say something about Threatening the Order. That's the band Izzy's in, right? Yeah, that guy is very supportive about the scene. I got a big shout out to him. He supports all music, all musicians, the scene in general. He's a great guy. Just had to throw that out there because you need to give props.
He raped me once.
Oh, dear God.
With our clothes on, though.
This is how it goes.
Wow.
That's a true story.
But
true story, bro.
What time is that show starting, Randy?
I wasn't joking about that either.
We're looking maybe 6, early show 6. Okay. It's going to probably go till, it closes up the live wire.
Okay, so we'll definitely see what time. I don't know how long our show is. Maybe 90 minutes. Maybe afterwards, because we're going to a 7:30 show. Maybe when it's done, we can come out.
Swing by in our Sunday best.
Say, hey, because we'll be dressed up. We have to get dressed up. It's classy theater. Classy theater. Do it.
Classy theater. We're seeing Evil Dead.
Absolutely, yes. We owe you a drink. Absolutely.
Oh, a drink. Well, okay.
A drink.
I owe you a shit ton of drink.
How much do you want from me, Randy? Kidding.
I see your drinks and we'll raise you many drinks.
You can outdrink me, I guarantee it.
I can outdrink everybody in that little glass bubble right now.
I'm
coming to you, Morgan.
I believe it.
That sounds like a challenge.
No, listen, you guys. I love you guys all so very much. Birdie, you're beautiful. You keep doing what you're doing, supporting the scene. Thank you guys so very much, really, for all your support for the Alliance. I know I love you. Rob loves you. Holly, of course, loves you guys very dearly. And I'm going to keep listening, so say a lot of bad stuff about me, okay?
Will do, buddy. Will do.
Well, Randy, the feeling's mutual for all of them and you.
Okay, love. Until Anti-Mortem Executioner, Randy Howell's son says hi.
All right, I'll tell him you want your face to fall in the crotch.
Yes,
okay.
I do. All right, bye.
Gotcha.
Well, back to who we
They're
have
going to be
on
like,
air.
who the fuck is Randy Cushioner?
So we have journalist Birdie Garcia.
Yeah, that was funny. We
never
did
really
a very
introduced you.
small introduce.
Randy was the first
I
call.
don't need a big introduction. Randy's
Birdie Garcia. There we go.
Chirp.
All right. Well, Birdie, tell us a little bit about what you do. I know that you're
the
a huge supporter,
fuck are you?
Of the scene and everything. So sum up your life.
No, I'm not going to get into my life here. But
then in second grade.
Nope. Yeah. I didn't go.
You didn't go to second grade?
No, I did
Skip
not.
that one.
No, I learned to read and write from the back of cereal boxes.
There you go.
So, well, I guess what I do is I do a lot of writing. I've been in the music industry for a while on the business side, a lot of the promotions and events side. And was I getting
No, you're good.
You can just shut that one off.
Couldn't
I don't
see
know
you.
what's an extra.
Thank you.
Saw this microphone in yours. Hey, it's catching up more sound, okay?
Okay.
I've been supporting the underground scene for a while, though I've worked to a lot of commercial, and honestly, my heart and soul's in the underground. That's why I love you guys, what you do, what CMA does. You know, Chicago is like a second hometown. I'm originally from the San Francisco Bay Area. There's a lot of good stuff going on out there, too.
A lot of hills.
Hilly
roads.
Yes, they're very tall, very small hills, so it's an amazing climb. Yeah.
It scares me.
It's horrifying, especially if you're not in shape.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Well, moving on.
So what else do you want to know? Like, what am I doing now? I know I interviewed you guys. You guys are coming up on one of my pieces here soon. I should probably let you know where
that's
all going.
I hope so.
Well, let's start with You are a journalist.
Yes.
Who are you working with right now? Where can people find your blogs, and what do you typically write about? I know you're a freelancer.
I am a freelancer, so I do a lot of paid work. Not all of it is related to music nor entertainment. But when I do work, I've been a contributor to Mixdown over the last year. I've been a contributor to a couple of recording studios for pop, country, and rock. And I've helped build businesses that are independent, as well as I've helped work with musicians build with their bands. It was a little bit like management, but I will never take on a management role. What I do for bands is things like I just help promote them. Like, if I can't put you on a piece that I write, I do have a small blog that I've been running, but since I work with other people, I put on other blogs as well. You can find all of what I update on my Facebook page, which is Birdie Garcia. It's a public profile, not my personal page, but the public profile. You'll see all of my updates there. Just add me and you'll see where they come out, because it's a network. I have a lot of good people that I work with, and who, even though I might not get credit for, they still run the people or the pieces that I find important. So to me, it's the bottom line is getting the word out there. So was that the majority of the general stuff of what I do? Yes. I also have a big project coming up that I'm really working forward to. I can't say too much about it, but I'm advancing past blogs to some sort of reading material.
Called a book.
Well, I've written a book.
Oh.
But it's not music related.
You've written a
You
book?
wrote a book and you didn't tell us?
I wrote a book.
Is that thing? Oh, no, that's an iPod. What is this book?
Is that your
Shut
thing?
up.
No. Yeah, that's the book you wrote.
What is the book that you wrote?
can't
What is
remember.
it?
Is it called Go the Fuck to Sleep?
Now go
You
the
are,
fuck to
you are
sleep.
a legit published author, lady.
Yes.
So
yes.
what is this
I'm
about?
turning red, you guys. I'm making
What
it
is
blush.
this about?
Oh.
Oh.
Tell us.
This book is it's a theological pulp fiction, and it's not for the easy read, because the first 4 chapters,
Sex. Pure sex.
violent sex,
Yes.
just blood and gore and hate and smashing.
That's murder.
And there's a murder scene in the
like
first
Tuesday
4
night.
chapters.
Sounds like Tuesday.
Yeah.
Was that your date night?
Maybe.
Okay.
He ate her.
Ate her out,
hope
maybe.
so.
Oh!
Boom.
But,
like
yeah,
that.
it's definitely not for the faint of heart. Somebody who was a very strong critic of mine told me that he wanted to throw up in the first 4 chapters. And I said, so you wanted to throw up in the first 4 chapters, so how far
Mission
did you get?
accomplished, yeah.
Exactly. How far did you get? I read the whole thing. But
Yeah.
did you throw up in the first 4 chapters? So one, not only did he read my entire fucking book that he wanted to fucking criticize and hate and just mull over,
And throw up all
but
over.
I made him want to vomit.
There
So
you go.
it's a moving book.
What is this book called?
Seraphim.
Seraphim?
Yes.
Why didn't I get a signed copy of this?
Phim, Seraphim. It's a
I am
theological
retarded.
reference
Is it
about
one word?
angels. Yes.
Who published the book for you?
I published through Author House,
Mm-hmm.
so I still want to recall this one because it's not edited the way I want. So it will be recalled. If you want to pick up a copy of the original cut that's going to be off shelves in the next year, do so. I'm not pushing a sale. I'm telling you, if you want something that's going to be done
Where
with,
can
get
you
it.
find your book?
Amazon, I don't know, you can Google it, Seraphim by Birdie Garcia, and anywhere that sells books online. You can get an e-reader copy, too, if you don't want the hard copy.
There's really another phone
Why
call.
would you want the hard
people
copy?
are listening.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Caller, this is the Metal Experience. Who might you be?
This is Rob. What's going on?
Rob!
The other half of the man.
Hey,
80%.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That Friday thing was pretty scary. That guy wanted to whip at Randy's ass pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
That was a
So,
harsh comment.
yeah, I mean, we were just standing there, you know, Randy's just like, he's just like, you know, he said what he said. It was stupid, and we're all laughing like we couldn't believe he said it. And this guy gets pissed, and you know me, I get into, you know, I got to present my boy mode.
Right.
So I don't know. I'll leave it at that. But it was crazy. Hey, Birdie, how are you?
Hi, Rob. I still love you. Are you still carrying my baby?
What?
I told you not to get rid of it.
Oh, jeez. I definitely missed something.
I just wanted to call in real quick. I'm getting my ass hammered at work the last few days, and today's
That sounds
no
painful.
exception.
Or enjoyable, depending on what you're into.
It's brutal. So I just wanted to call because I'm like right on the road between 2 runs, and I only got about 3 or 4 minutes, and I wanted to say hi to everybody. And I'm trying to listen, but I'll probably end up listening to the playback.
Well, we love you regardless of which time you listen to it. Yeah.
Played back. I almost got it myself. Oh my.
So I love you guys, and it was good seeing you Saturday, Birdie.
I missed you so much. Hammered. I got my hug.
Nice.
I want my hug.
Yeah. So what's going on with you guys? How was Washington?
It's nice. It was gorgeous.
My God.
I didn't want to come home.
That place was pretty sweet.
So
also, too many hills, just like San Francisco. I was not a fan of the hills.
I saw a picture of a sunset Morgan posted, and I was like, damn.
Was that not the most gorgeous sunset you have ever
seen? Isn't that so unmetal? I felt so unmetal posting all those pictures.
Folky.
I am a woman, okay? I take these types of pictures.
But
I
it
have
was
emotions.
pretty.
It was very
so
pretty.
I was starting to look on Google. I was like, there's no way that these guys are at this place. They're pulling this shit off of Google.
Right? It was surreal.
No, I legit took those pictures because I know photography.
It was the perfect week the whole entire time. Everyone out there was like, usually it rains, here and there, but it's just been.
It was only because you were there.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
It's only because the stash was there.
The light with us everywhere we go.
It demanded no rain.
That
demanded respect.
Is looking much better.
Yeah, right.
Including watching the Bears get their ass kicked.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
I don't even
But
know
that
what
stadium
happened.
was sweet.
Really
that stadium was very
I
awesome.
I just watched people, not the game. I don't give a shit.
And
about
after
football.
watching what Seattle did this last Thursday, they deserve everything.
Yes.
They are fantastic, and I'm jealous.
Wow.
And they have an awesome stadium too.
Yeah, they do.
I'm happy
Soldier
you guys
Field's where
enjoyed
it's at,
yourselves. But yeah, just I'm gonna say exactly what Randy said. All three of you guys, you're fucking awesome people. Awesome at what you do, and thank you guys.
Hey, Rob, don't go yet, because there's also a piece coming up with me interviewing you and the CMA. I know that there was this thing that happened recently, sort of, but you are still coming up in one of my interviews. We're not even going to talk about it.
Okay,
cool.
Well,
but he is still getting up because he's a big supporter of the scene, and I respect and I support this man all the way.
I'm a supporter of the scene, and my two best friends, they make me not want to stop supporting the scene, but I help with the CMA, but I'm not really kind of part of the CMA right now.
Take your time off, dude.
You gotta do what you gotta do, brother.
You work so hard with your one job, people don't realize, because we do this show too. We all
This is a second job.
We all work full-time jobs.
CMA was a second job for you.
Right.
So.
What we do, we are not getting paid for. We have personal lives we have to deal with. We have to take control of that first before we have time to put our other job, ahead of everything else.
I pooped green recently.
Okay.
Exactly. So, and I had some drama with someone with an ego that's spreading lies. And,
that we won't go into.
We're not.
I'm just saying,
we know, but we won't.
I'm not trying to put it there. I'm saying, that's the kind of stuff that kind of
you needed to stop feeling under pressure. So we love you either way.
Yeah.
And you gotta do what you gotta do.
And I love you guys. I just, you gotta take a break sometimes.
Absolutely. You do. Take your break, man. You deserve it.
So
I'll buy you a Kit Kat bar.
Keep doing what you guys do, and I will try to listen as much as possible tonight.
All right, love you, man.
See you very soon.
All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Okay. All right, so back to the piece that you were doing, the big piece that you're working on.
Oh, the big piece?
Yes.
That's what we should start doing when we hang out with people.
Bring a cup of water just to make it more.
I don't
just gargling balls.
Yes, that's what it is.
Oh my goodness.
God.
What's wrong with me?
I'm sorry you don't know about that. Oh, anyway.
Nah, moving on.
Yeah,
moving
don't
on.
get in my personal
Randy
life
likes all types of guys, apparently.
He's a lover of all men.
Lover of
all men, he claims.
All men.
That was a quote from you, Randy.
It was direct.
Direct.
I am a lover.
It was
of
live
all
through
men.
the air, and it is also recorded.
I have it.
All right. So what's going on now? So, what's going on we just talked about you guys going to Washington and all.
That was cool.
You interviewed us recently for a piece that you were working on. That's how we met because of Rob.
Somebody actually wanted to put you in another place that I couldn't put you in my blog.
Who, me? Me personally?
Well, I mean, the metal experience. Just you, Morgan.
What?
We know you got your acting background and all that other stuff. Yes.
I do.
But no, there's.
They can write my bio. I'm so interesting.
I have a few people that are very interested in what we do here in Chicago that have already been established as, like online magazines or at least presence of some sort, and I've already gone through all the heavy footwork of building following an audience and all that. So that's why nothing has shown up on you or on Rob and stuff. Besides, just being inundated with life. I mean, I can't post what other people want, especially when they want original pieces. Okay. So just keep looking into what's going on and what's being updated, because the minute I can, I do post it. So it'll be all...
So the interview you did with us, are you using it anytime soon in a piece, or are we going to be interviewed by multiple individuals coming up?
No,
you're going to be bombarded by press and have to sign autographs. And
it was funny that you said you do photography as well, because I'm actually looking for people to hire up under me to do some writing and some videography to catch some live stuff, and also some still photography. I need to. Lugo's like,
that's not me.
I'm an outgoing personality. Here I am.
I belong at the bar.
I'm going to put this out there. I am looking for people who can write with me and who are interested in music, Chicago or otherwise, underground preferably. However, production and gear stuff is also a high interest.
And how do they get in touch with you?
My Gmail that I'm going to give out there is...
Here you go. Pens and paper.
You ready?
Get ready. Here we
Pens
go.
and paper!
It's I don't want to use Epic, but it's an awesome email address, too. It's theswordthequill@gmail.com.
Theswordthequill@gmail.
That's all my writing stuff.
How do you spell that for...
well, let me see if I can put on my... I need to do my spell check.
SWORD and the quill, QUILL.
ILL, correct.
Yeah, I know how to spell quill.
Spelling it from Morgan.
Don't mind me.
It's not phonetic. It's correct.
Deodorant.
Did you just say put on more deodorant?
No joke.
It's sweaty in here. I swear.
Don't sniff your pits.
I'm a man. It's all right if I do that.
Stink. I'm going European right now.
What does that mean?
If you don't know, don't ask.
You got it.
It's not one of those things.
Obviously.
No,
I'm kidding.
I'm offended by my
I'm
own
kidding.
odor.
European style sounds dirty.
Dirty down south? What'd you say?
What?
What was that?
Just continue. The quill,
All right,
the sword.
so what time is it anyway? The sword, the
date.
quill is part of our date? What are you saying? No, so the Sword, the Quill is the place to get a hold of my Gmail. Write me a note. Tell me that you want to write. You know somebody who wants to write. You can take photographs. You can do video work. You can do editing, anything like that. Also, what the hell are you doing?
She's putting on deodorant and she's weird.
Smells delicious.
Smells
I lost
No,
my
she doesn't
train
wanna-
of thought. And don't stick that in my face.
Yeah, right? You just put that on your stinky ass armpit.
Yes,
You're like,
you did.
Here, smell this.
Yeah.
Just do what everybody else does. Use your hand and wipe it on your shirt.
Smell my dirty jockstrap.
You don't have to put your nose on it. You can just smell it.
Don't have to put your nose. Just sniff it.
Just sniff it.
Also, if you're interested, if you're interested in my, what did I do? I did a newsletter type of dealie. I tried that once. That was also another thing that people wanted to pick up on, but I got to keep momentum with it. I'm doing the newsletter, and what I'm focusing on is activity within underground and unsigned bands, just like you do. And I'm promoting them in letters and blasting them out to who's ever on my mailing list.
Woo,
so,
mailing
mailing list for the newsletter for underground and unsigned bands of all genres. Please, the sword, the quill, that's all one smushed up word at gmail.com. And I will add you to my list, and we will be sending it out there. It's a great, great thing that's happening.
Wait, so I just send the sword, the quill at gmail.com and I say, hey, Birdie, it's Luco. Do what you have to do.
Good point. You need a subject line so I know what to do with you, what to do with your email. So
do
let
what
me know.
You are going to do with the things that you're doing.
Do what you will with me. So in your subject line, please let me know if you're interested in the newsletter, if you're a photographer, if you're a writer, if you have anything to do with video work or editing work.
Can I just write
your contact information?
Luco, do what you're going to do.
With you?
Just
I
for me.
have to ask permission.
That's... Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, my goodness.
This is...
I don't think we've ever had this many women's in here. I feel... There's always more dudes than... shit.
Feeling a little outnumbered
over there.
What did I
get myself into?
No, we had
small
Allie
face.
from Frosted Doom and Solomon
that's
Watts
right.
that was on.
That is true.
You weren't the only one in here for her. Well, yeah, you were. But it's
Yes, I was.
okay. He's been with 2 women before.
Oh, really?
That's
Did you enjoy
what
that?
she said. I was hammered that night.
Were you getting your ass hammered like Rob was earlier?
I was ass hammered that night.
Oh, man.
No, okay, so with that subject line, please give me your contact information. And if you have examples for, like, if you do photography, if you do videography, send me the links. Don't actually send me the material. Please don't send me the material. Just send me the links to where I can see it. Even if it's a Facebook page. If you have a web page, that's great. If you have a Flickr account, that's cool. And if you're a writer, I am looking for people who either have, like, established blogs themselves or proven that they like to write, or they already have a background in it, like educational. Let's get a little, like, you know, scholarly, because I had to go to school. I got a master's in
I thought you said you skipped second grade. You skipped second grade and went right to scholarships,
right to
writing.
Yes, I had to get held back for the farm, and they took us all out to the farm and left us there. So it took me an entire school year to get back.
Gotcha.
They said we were going to the park.
I completely understand what's going on right now.
Well,
I do not.
Dave, Bill.
What's going on?
Dave's gonna tell us some bullshit.
So yeah, we almost ditched the show today to go to the Offspring show up in Wisconsin.
Wait, what?
That would have been a good call.
Dude.
It was Offspring, Bad Religion, Pennywise,
Yeah.
and the Vandals.
I would not have been mad
thank
at
you.
you.
Thank you for being here.
I wouldn't have been mad at all. That sounds like a great
That
lineup.
sounds really fun.
But they were sold out, so we came here instead.
Oh, well,
so you were
that will
forced to come
happen.
here, apparently.
That will happen when you have a lineup like that.
Yeah, I see how it is. Okay.
Exactly. But we
Hey,
love
where
you guys.
were they playing?
The Rave.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
right.
They sold the Rave out.
Yeah.
Raves is a
Have
fucking.
you
That place
heard
is huge.
that lineup? Pennywise, Offspring, Bad Religion.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's like the best of the best.
Yeah.
Throw
right?
no effects
Of
in there
what
and you're
they
set.
do.
Punk rock.
It was the
man.
Vandals.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, anyway.
Yeah, the Vandals
Vandals?
is the shit too. Throw no effects in there and it's like
It'd be awesome.
Whoa.
Yeah.
everything. But that's a sweet lineup. Sorry.
Also, Noodles from the Offspring says they have a couple songs done for the new release.
Nice.
Not too shabby.
Leftover Crack also announces some U.S. fall tours coming nowhere near here. Closest is going to be Philadelphia, so
yeah.
fuck that.
Bum, 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 bum.
No.
Rocky.
Yeah, I know.
Philadelphia.
So there's
That's what you were
a
doing. I was pretending.
pseudo-political discussion set for Riot Fest with the members of Pussy Riot.
Nice. Okay.
It's going to be moderated by Henry Rollins, and it's also going to feature Greg Graffin and Tim McGillgrath.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, this
Okay.
sounds like a very odd thing.
Very fun. Okay.
I don't know why they're having this panel, but it sounds fun,
Okay.
and I'm going to be there.
They're going to talk about things that I don't know what they're talking about.
Yep, and if you
pick
haven't
my nose.
already, the times have been announced for the lineups in Chicago and Denver
For Riot Fest.
for Riot Fest.
Yeah,
And you
don't
can
go
look it
through
up
those
at
because that's 3 days.
That-
I'm not gonna. I'm just saying.
riotfest.com or some shit.
Yeah, just Google Riot Fest and you can check out any date you're going to be at.
I live in Humboldt Park. They're turning that place up.
Yep,
Yep.
I like Riot Fest. I'm going.
Getting around.
Friday and Sunday is the best lineup for me. I'm
Lock yourself in your room.
Sunday I'm leaving early. I'm leaving right after who's playing.
Wu-Tang?
I think Sunday Wu-Tang Clan's playing, and then I'm leaving because I don't want to see The Cure.
I
don't?
blame you.
Not really.
Why not?
Because Wu-Tang? How do you follow Wu-Tang?
It ain't nothing
Did
to
you
fuck
read
with. I
Seth
understand, but I
Rogen's-
mean, what?
Seth Rogen's Facebook status the other day was, ever since I was little, I've always talked myself out of getting a Wu-Tang tattoo, and I've always wanted it since I was little.
That would be sweet. Seth
That would be
Rogen's got a
awesome.
sweet
Seth Rogen, a
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Clan tattoo.
Every Time I Die is going on tour with
December 7th, Concord Music Hall with the Ghost Inside. I think we're going to be
She's
there.
already got it.
Yeah,
Boom,
she's
that's
got
a
the-
Saturday
She asked
night,
me while I had a
motherfucker.
burrito in my mouth.
Uh,
Not a sexual one, a steak
like-
burrito.
Yes, I
Hundreds
did.
of
So not a
Backtracker
sexual
also going.
steak burrito?
Just a regular
Ooh.
steak burrito.
Okay. Did you have any cream on that?
It was
Lots of
breaded
cream.
steak.
Continue.
I had rice
delicious.
and beans on the side.
Yellow Card Stream new song "Make Me So."
Is that the second to Ocean Avenue?
I don't
Kidding.
know. I don't
Kidding.
care. I just
Up in a place called Second Avenue.
Yeah.
I don't know what you said.
Electric
Sorry.
So-
Avenue?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cooler if the Yellow Card did Electric Avenue, but they're not going to.
No
'cause they
way.
suck like that. So I think that rumor is kind of true. The Rev might be alive and drumming for Slipknot. At least that's what the rumor says.
Oh my God, it's not true for the
That
last
would be the worst
because they had
joke
a
they ever
coroner
played
inspect his freaking body.
on the
He
world.
was running from Creditors. You don't know. Because there's some isolated Avenged
This is
Sevenfold
very
drum tracks that were released recently.
Icelandic?
Just
Yeah,
like
because
Tupac.
they
Isolated.
Tupac.
They
Isolated.
just released
Tupac comes out with new
Week in
CDs
the
every other
Fallen,
year.
The reissue, remastered of all the stuff that they recorded from before.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's out, so it lends to the rumor. At least I want to say so.
All right, continue.
Exodus's new song "Salt the Wound" features special guest Kirk Hammett.
Salt the Wound.
Nice.
Talking about the rat.
Kirk Hammett was originally in Exodus.
Yeah, and that's out on Nuclear Blast Records, so you can go check that out.
Nice. It'd be like
Kennel, of course, has also released a new song. What were we gonna say though?
Kirk Hammett on vocals.
He's doing that, and who else is doing it? Steve Zetro Souza.
Steve Zazuzzo.
Yeah, Zazuzzo or whatever.
Yeah, he's
Zuda.
the old lead vocalist.
Yep.
Or he might be the current lead vocalist. I don't know.
Cannibal Corpse has released The Murderer's Pact.
Off the new CD that gets released next month.
Oh, you know what's cool is whenever we go to when I went to California, I bought Cannibal Corpse Worm Infested, and I saved the business card of the place I bought it out there, which I actually saw that place in a movie recently, but that's neither here nor there. When I went out to Seattle, I made it a goal to buy Cannibal Corpse CDs, and I bought 2.
Nice.
And then I saved the business cards of the places I bought it from. It's a thing I do, you know. That's
That's your best hobby.
No,
It's not
buying
too bad.
Cannibal Corpse CDs.
Speaking of stuff no one's heard from in a while, Trey, you released some new songs.
Yes,
Yep.
and it's awesome.
It's not that good.
I am so excited.
I heard
that
one song and it
Atreyu
wasn't that
is
good.
Back together.
And then Chimera quit Chimera.
Yep.
Chimera, quit
that's
Chimera.
Yep.
funny.
They're over. And Shadows Fall just called it quits too.
Didn't hear that one.
Yeah, they went on a hiatus, indefinite
They should have called it
hiatus,
quits after their
so-
second album. Just saying.
That's an opinion,
But yeah,
not a fact.
the guitarist from Chimera left, and then they finished up the tour, and then everybody left.
And then
See you
Mark
later.
quit.
Yeah, that was it. So Suicide Silence was in group therapy at one point. Just throwing that out there.
I mean, they had to be.
Yeah,
they lost their
their lead singer
vocalist, and then they
died.
replaced them.
It was just kind of a weird little article that was put out by Alternative Press. I just didn't see that
That's
coming.
like
But
one of
you
your
know
best
what?
friends
right.
just
and
Yeah,
that's a
it's
lot
rough.
to go through. And if you have to think about continuing as a band, you have
especially
to go through a lot of
borderline
stuff.
getting the type of success that they were really on the brink
Exactly.
of making it
Oh my
a
God.
lot
Right.
bigger than they
Yeah.
were.
Well, I mean,
and then
now,
that happened.
Now that they're back doing it, I mean, with All Shall Perish is a background now with that band. They do still have the potential. They have somebody that can still carry that band. I'm very happy with who they chose.
I think the lyrics were a little lacking on that album.
But he was trying to keep it more toward what Mitch wanted, like how Mitch wrote. So it's still kind of relatable to their fans. I can see it.
Continue, Dave.
We're on time limit, so kind of.
All right. So there's a lot of speculation on what Ozzy Osbourne's Hellgate is.
Okay.
It was a Facebook page started by Ozzy. They don't know what it's going to be either. It's like they
A super group.
A new
they
album.
like a supergroup mystery project kind of thing, or according to
he still doing music?
metalsucks.net, it's like it could be worse. It could be a reality show where the loser has to marry Kelly Osbourne.
What?
I'd marry Kelly Osbourne. You kidding me? You know how much money that motherfucker's got?
Exactly. She ain't bad looking either, and she was in Sharknado too. So.
Yeah, right? And that was the best. I was like, whoa, is that Kelly Osbourne? Nice, weird hair.
It's gorgeous hair. I'm going to say that's
It was
gorgeous
weird
hair.
looking, but yeah, I'd give Kelly Osbourne a shot at the title.
Shout out
Wow.
the title.
Continue.
Continue?
All over her face, neck, and chest.
Oh my god.
Awkward.
it's the guy's
Continue.
Maybe
All right.
with that we should just go to That Guy Bill. I'm kidding.
Last thing. So there's a YouTube video put out, and the article is Linkin Park's in the end any less irritating when performed in styles that aren't nu metal?
In the end, is that one of their songs?
Yes, it's a really crappy
In
song.
the end, when it all falls apart, and
I really
crap my
like that
pants, and then I
song.
left it in your
Stop.
bathroom, but
We
there's
don't have
all
time
these
to play
skid
this.
marks all over my
We'll
pants,
post this
and
on
then
our
I pooped
Facebook
in my
page.
pants,
We've
and then
got-
I have
We've
poop
got
in my...
some things we've got to.
Yeah, but it sounds funny when it's not in styles.
I don't get it.
So okay, that's the original version. Guns N' Roses style.
I like it.
Michael
this?
Jackson.
Like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Korn. Sounds the same.
Love it.
It's about the same as Linkin Park.
Whoever did this is awesome. Okay,
Yeah. That guy
so That Guy Bill, because we've got somebody holding for an interview.
Who's this now?
This is the Beatles. Bob Marley.
How many different styles they go through?
20 styles.
All right, we don't have time
Yeah, I
for
know.
20 styles.
We've got actually a very nice guest waiting for an interview here.
We'll go to that guy Bill on the way.
On the way
back. On the way back.
Okay.
If that makes
So
sense.
we're gonna play a song really quickly while we call up the next guest. This is going to be Thera, the band that we've had as our unsigned band pick before. They're from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they are awesome. They remind me a lot of Industrial. Their costumes are fucking amazing.
Their costumes are amazing, and they say they're industrial groove metal.
Yeah, they're definitely different. I really like them.
Dude, yeah, it's not a costume like a panda or anything, but it's like the steampunk kind of thing going.
Panda costumes?
No, it's awesome.
That would be
a steampunk panda costume would be
What
awesome.
song do we have to play for them to?
Good morning, my name is John.
Okay, perfect. We're going to play this song, and then we're going to call up. Who do we have to talk to tonight?
Dude, we got Caden, the singer.
Caden, the vocalist of Thera, will be on the line with when we come
Hey-o.
back. Here is Thera.
Well, I expect that type of language at Denny's, but not here. Well, that's too freaking bad. You hear me?
Because we're throwing it back to Morgan and Luco on the Metal Experience.
We are back. This is the Metal Experience. We are here with Birdie, Garcia, and on the line right now, we have Caden, the vocalist of Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Thera.
Thera?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Hi,
Yep.
Kaden. How are you tonight?
So glad to have
Thank
you
you for your
on
time,
with
by the
us.
way. This is awesome.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Have you been listening? Have you been listening?
I have been a little bit.
Good.
A little bit.
Good.
He
Thank
knows
you.
about us.
On the spot, front man.
Woo!
What was
On
the
the
track we just
spot.
heard too by Thera?
It was. My name is John.
My name is John.
And
Was
that
that it?
song.
Good, yes.
Yes.
Good morning. My name is John.
Yes.
There we go.
It was
That
an
was
awesome track.
These guys are in love with you. I'd like
Yeah,
to let you know
guys,
that.
You guys are phenomenal. And every time you come in, I feel so bad that we end up missing you because it's like, again. But we will. One day, we will see you. I will make it my life's mission.
They're worth it. They
I
got an
know.
amazing show too. Like we were just talking about your costumes and all that. Can you actually? Is it like steampunk themed? Like what is there when we watch you? What is that?
So it's definitely based in steampunk, but we kind of deviated a little bit. It's a lot darker. It's more of a industrial kind of post-apocalyptic look.
Hell yeah, it is.
But it definitely has its main roots in steampunk, kind of the Victorian with the the body modifications and the industrial aspect of it.
How did you find all the material to make your costumes? Is there a certain site that you find it off of, or do you guys hand make them?
A lot of both. I mean, some pieces, it's basically every piece we kind of search out and plan. Like, kind of, each person's outfit and costuming is based around a character. Like, for example, mine is the aviator, so I had to go out and find a suitable hat and headgear and the goggles. So, and then leather work is probably the most difficult part to find. So Etsy is a good source, and then our Dig, the drummer, actually made his entire shoulder piece by hand. So it's either do it yourself or be prepared to invest a lot into what you wear.
And what was the inspiration behind starting the band? How long have you guys been together as a group?
Give us a quick biography of Thera.
Yeah, well, it was something that was founded by Piff. He moved from New Orleans down in Louisiana up to the Minnesota area to start a band. He had found some success with his band down in the area. It was called Echelon, but he moved up there, and once we finally found the sound we were going for, and what our image is, and what it eventually became, because it's constantly developing. That was right around 3 years ago. The first EP, the Ascension Construct, we released in February of 2012, and then we started playing out on that, started doing some of our own tours, and then last year we got on and were fortunate enough to kind of fall in with the group of people of the team we've been working with that's behind us now, that kind of helped push us to the next level. So we were playing on larger shows in the local area and getting better response whenever we were doing tours ourselves.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have a question, because when I saw you guys, you were at home. You were opening for Wayne Stack or not opening, but on the bill with Wayne Stack of Static X. And I saw a bunch of other team members for your show. Is that the team you're talking about? Like, it's more than just Thera the band. It's Thera, like the group, or?
Well, a lot of it is our fans. When we're out on the road, we're mostly self-sufficient. We do have Kessler. He's, aside from being our sound and helping with the lights when we're able to do production on a headlining show, he's kind of our de facto tour manager, and just kind of an enforcer. But the team, we have some support around the area. Our booking agent and our manager just helping us get in front of the right people to get those kinds of opportunities.
How long have you guys been touring for? Like, when did you guys start going across the country?
I don't think they've stopped since they started.
Was it a first thing that you guys started, like, as soon as you guys started playing shows, that you were automatically, like, booking outside of state? Or was it over a period of time that you started branching out?
It was a period of time when we started branching out, but it was always the focus and always the goal. We only played shows within the area for about about 8 or 9 months, and then at the beginning of 2013, we did our first self-booked, self-promoted tour that went basically from Minnesota all the way down to the Gulf Coast and back.
Nice.
Woo! Yeah, and then we got some good opportunities in the Midwest, and we're able to kind of have weekend shows where we play two cities within a 4 or 5 hour drive and start to get a fan base there and have local fans and local friends that would support us and help us out every time we came into town. And then we had the opportunity for both May of this year to go on tour with Wayne Static, Hotep, and Dope, and then go out.
I saw that
for
show.
Yeah, that was
Were you on the whole tour with them, or were you only on certain dates?
We were basically out with Wayne Static for all of June, and then about 14 dates with the other guy.
So when you were on tour, what was the biggest thing that you learned from watching him? Like, what would you take as a learning experience, and what wouldn't you do if you were to go back on tour again after seeing how he managed those 14 days?
It was an interesting experience, kind of eye-opening to see how those level of shows work when you're a part of them, versus a local support where you're separate from the tour package that's coming through, and just to talk and be able to make friends with all the people in the bands, and to hear their advice and their, a lot of it was just warnings on not to be warning against naivety, or being too wide-eyed and getting caught up with the wrong people. But it's the logistics was a real learning experience, just separate from a self-made and self-promoted show, and just seeing how many people are and how many layers are involved in putting on an event like that, and just learning to operate around new sets of those people day after day, and just totally new situations, but with all the kind of the same type of moving parts. Mm-hmm. It was frankly just one of the best educational experiences that we've had about the industry.
We've seen acts that have come through that we're friends with, through Metal Blade Records and everything like that, where they have to find their own places to stay. They're pretty much bringing their own transportation with them. When you arranged this tour with Wayne, were you on your own for the most part with figuring out where you guys were set up for the night and where you guys were going on a daily basis? Was that up to you guys, or was that set up through their management to bring you guys on?
That was up to us. It's with all the promotion and the advertising and just the production expenses and everything, it wouldn't make sense for them to bring us on and have to take care of us to that extent. So, each night it's depending on the drive to the next city, or if we have friends or family in town, or if we did well enough in merch that we thought we could reward ourselves with a hotel room, or just hanging out, making friends with the staff, and then sleeping in the van for the night. It was all up to us to find our own way.
Life on the road.
Now, with that, though, what are some of the perks? I mean, it's rough being on the road, especially being unsigned and having limited support other than your immediate fan base and all that. But, what are some perks? do you have favorite things you like to do with your fans? Do you have favorite places to stay, favorite things you can kind of trip out on? Maybe not drug-related, but, some of your favorite things to do while on the road, because you do have the freedom of completely
there's a lot of
yourself
downtime before you play. I mean, obviously you're driving a lot of places, but
the rituals, are there rituals before the sets
or hazings?
There's always rituals. A lot of us with the kind of stage show that we put on, we actually, one of the best ways we found to kind of I don't know, tune everything else out.
Get
that's
in the
been
zone.
going on. Like if there's been a weird situation, is I actually do a lot of yoga on the road to prep for
Love
set.
yoga. Total fan of yoga.
You gotta still fit in your costume. You gotta stay fit.
That's true.
Right. Right.
What about touring with your bandmates? That's a long period of time when you're with all the guys. Obviously, when you're at home, you have your times where you practice and you're just hanging out when you want to. But when you're with your band for 14 days straight, do you guys get sick of each other? Are there pet peeves that you find about each member that you're like, stay away from me? I don't want to be around you right now.
Well, problems always kind of crop up, but it's a policy with us to get it out in the open and talk about it and deal with it. I mean, it comes and goes, but we've known each other for years now, and we've been doing this for 2.5, 3 years. It's just we know kind of how our personalities fit together, so we can go about it. And that's just anytime there's any kind of a tiff or a little argument, it's somebody else always comes in and forces the offending parties to sit down and talk it out.
I keep interrupting, but that's because I always think of something that's related. You guys put on, you say it's a post-apocalyptic kind of theme of a show too, but you also do yoga. So, and the way that you're talking to us,
You
you
need
seem
yoga
like a
in the
very,
post-apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean it fits, but you seem like a very like centered person. So how do you bring the energy to what you write in Thera? Like, what's the background of Thera when you're writing your songs and bringing in all that heavy noise and just all that energy to the stage, let alone a CD? How do you conjure that?
Well, it's the outlet that lets me keep my sanity for a little bit at a time. It's kind of how it is with all of us. If we didn't have that ability to explode on stage or that catharsis, we'd go insane and go off the realm. So, but we have Thera, so we just abuse our bodies and our talents, and we don't have to.
What does Thera mean? What's the roots of the name?
Thera is an alternate name. It's one of the Greek names for Santorini, which is an island off the coast. It's like a caldera. It's a rim of an ancient volcano, and in mythology, it's one of the supposed locations where Atlantis kind of sloped off into the ocean.
Very cool.
So that's the origin of the name, and we like it. It's one word, and
it's simple, right? Yeah.
Nobody else has
it.
And the logo, how it's laid out on the CD is really, it goes perfectly with the appearance and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It fits perfectly.
Who came up with the writing and the design for your band?
As far as the visual aspect?
For the name, like the font, the way that you created that, it's so unique. Like a lot of people use, obviously now the big thing is like the deathcore font where you can't figure out who you're listening to, but your writing is just so eye-grabbing. Who wrote that for you guys originally? Like who was the
on the big CD?
Yeah, for the
not
main
the sampler,
CD, not the EP.
Yeah, so this chose the name. He's the guitarist and the one that's been in it the longest. Of course, the current lineup was with Thera before we released the first EP, but he knew a digital painter, a digital artist down in either Baton Rouge or New Orleans. I believe Baton Rouge. Keith Tollier, and we kind of and he did the original artwork of that CD, the Vein 1 Bearing States of Decay, and we kind of told him what our theme was, what we were trying to do with it, and the Victorian elements of steampunk come out very well in that, and he came back with it, and we loved the first draft, and he went with it and developed it into what you see now. And then Dig, our drummer, actually does all the layout and design of it. But it's all currently based on that logo and that original artwork from Heath.
Awesome. No, like And the title of the full length, is this a full length? Is Vein 1, or is that, it's still just a few tracks, right?
It's an EP. It's six tracks. But it's Vein 1, so it's the first of 3 EPs. So instead of doing a full length with 12, 14 tracks, we wanted to break it up so it kind of fits better with our writing cycle and our budget.
Yes, understood.
Budget.
Budget. You're talking to an entertainment business person.
This is the first one that's been released, right? Are 2 and 3 released yet, or no?
Well, there's Ascension Construct here. I by the way, I have both of these signed in front of me, and they're ogling it. These are both mine.
Thank you. These are awesome.
Thank you very much. We play stuff from both live. The second installment has not been released yet, but we're in pre-production for it, so we're writing all the time. But it's the first of 3, so Vein 1, Vein 2, and Vein 3, and this one is called Varying States of Decay. But the whole idea is that it's a whole story arc about the central character whose name is John. So that's why the first track is Good Morning, My Name is John.
Cool. That's awesome. So it's like very not to compare you sound-wise, but like Coheed and Cambria, all their albums are concept albums. They're all linked together. So it's kind of like that in a sense.
Yeah, we love concept albums.
Awesome. So what is, not to give too much away on the album, but what's the basis of the storyline for album 1? And then obviously we'll leave album 2 as a surprise, and so on and so forth.
So the first one, Varying States of Decay, it's about the downfall of this central character through either his own actions or his reactions to situations, mostly through, the central concept is that his own downfall, his own destruction is rooted in fear and laziness.
Is there an age for the character? Like how... What part of his life is he in? Is he 20s, 30s, going through midlife crisis?
I would think it's mid to late 20s, just because of where we are.
It's more relatable to you.
To us, and it's not that specific, because I think the ideas that are presented there can be placed on any timeline, whether it's something that you look at what has happened to your entire life, or all the way down to handling a specific situation, or short series of events that you just get yourself into a place just out of being afraid to put in the effort to succeed, or just being too lazy to do what's right for yourself or what's right for your goal.
Mm-hmm. Now, where did you guys record this album at?
For the most part, it is self-recorded. At least all the guitars and bass were recorded direct into the computer in our home studio. Mm-hmm. But the vocals were recorded at a place called Hideaway in Minneapolis. They have wonderful gear that we couldn't afford, or wouldn't make sense for us to buy, and just a really good room. And they let us be our own engineer. Gig, the drummer, and Kessler, our sound guy, did most of the producer work and the actual recording engineering work. Mm-hmm. And then we sent it to get mixed and mastered to our friend in Louisiana, Brett Matan.
Awesome.
To have the final mixes done, just to get an outside ear and everything. But
sorry,
we're happy with the way it turned out.
Kaden, I apologize. That was me. I was actually just thinking about your Indiegogo campaign. You just had that. That was a success, was it not?
It was. It was very surprising. Just how quickly the first few days we were already, 50% of our goal, and then we had a nice surge toward the end of it. It was.
What was your goal? How did you make over that?
We did. We did about 150%.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah,
And that was-
I mean, we said it. Oh, go ahead.
That was to contribute to the album that you're working on right now, Vein 2, right?
I think that was to keep him on the road.
Or is that to keep you on the road?
Yeah, we had our fair share of vehicle troubles this year. We went through about 4 or 5 vehicles on the road.
That's not normal.
That's not funny.
No.
I'm laughing though.
Oh, jeez.
No, but so, who are you on tour with now? I assume that are you still on the road? Who are you touring with? What are some of the dates where you're going to be?
So our next little bit, we've got a show coming up this weekend in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's Eat Your Face Metal Fest.
Nice.
With it's our really good friends in Fatal Imbalance. They're putting that on, and they're one of the group of people that have kind of supported us from almost the beginning.
Nice.
They got us our first show in Sioux Falls, and that's one of our favorite markets to play, and we get probably our best reception there. I think one point, not the last time, but the time before that, we were done, and I was walking off the front of the stage to go over to the merch booth, and they grabbed me and kind of got me off balance and just walked me back up on stage and demanded that we play more.
Nice. That's awesome.
Well, that's kind of scary, but that's awesome.
To hear more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then our big tour kickoff that we're having is September 21st at the Amsterdam Bar and Grill in St. Paul.
St. Paul.
Yeah, that's the first hometown headlining show we've played in over a year. So
And what day is that?
That is September 21st.
Awesome.
St. Paul,
It's a
Minnesota.
Sunday night.
Is it Sunday
It's a
night?
Sunday night.
Party on a Sunday.
Sunday night.
Woo woo.
Now, I do have to wrap this up, but I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to ask you if I can actually get an interview with you to put you in writing, because when I was doing my research on you guys, I didn't find a lot. I'd like to put something out there. A little bit about your background, a little bit about Thera, a little bit about the storyline that you guys want to put out. Are you cool with that? Can we do that?
I'm cool with that.
Wonderful. I like it when people are cool with that.
Now
I'm
sorry.
No, I just can't go without saying that we are on tour this November and December with Snot.
Are you coming to Chicago?
That's all she cares about.
Are you coming to Chicago?
Or anywhere
We're
near
coming to
Chicago.
Joliet.
When?
Oh.
Joliet's
When is this Joliet show? Do you know off the top of your head?
It is December 9th at Mojo's.
Awesome,
Nice.
Mojos. Hey, where can people find you if they haven't already?
Everything Thera.
Everything Thera. No, that's not it.
Everything Thera you want. The central hub would be theraband.com, and it's THIRA band.com. Or you can search for us on Facebook. We're the top result, THIRA, and Bands in Town app is a really good way to track. The next time will be where you are.
I can't stop that thing from giving me notifications.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we want to play one more song of Thera before we contact the next band that we're going to be interviewing. But what track off of Veins do you want to hear for our listeners?
Well,
so if you guys played Good Morning, My Name is John, I would think Grasping at Straws.
Grasping at Straws?
Yes.
Okay.
That one's a lot of fun.
Is
We
that
will get that.
findable on the internet?
is there anything else we can put in before we let you go completely, though, Kaden? Is there anything else you'd like to shout out, and maybe something more about the tour, or just about your fan base?
We can't do anything without them. They're absolutely wonderful. I mean, you guys reached out to us and got us on here, and I can't thank you enough. We have one of the best teams behind us, and it makes grinding it out and putting up with everything absolutely worth it. It's one of the hardest, greatest jobs you'll ever have, and we wouldn't want to do anything else. So thank you, everyone, so very much.
Of course. I can't wait to see you again. Mojo's on
December 9th?
That's a
9th.
Tuesday
December
night,
9th.
folks, for those that want to make
She's
it out to
good.
Joliet.
Yeah,
You know that there's no
got a
calendar in
schedule.
sight.
Well, thank you, Kaden. It was much appreciated for your time. Really, we've
And a
been
pleasure.
fans since we had you as our unsigned band pick. I think it was either earlier this year or last year. But you are on our website. We have themetalexperience.com up and running. So underneath the Hey Look What I Found picks, we do have a link to Thera, and we'll definitely have you guys take pictures with us when we see you guys eventually live. We would love to be able to hang out with you guys more and finally see your stage show. That would be amazing.
It is.
Amazing. You ever come to see us? We always love to hang out at the merch booth and meet everyone.
You gotta
So-
buy their CDs. It's worth it.
Yeah, come up and say hi. Don't be afraid.
Won't be afraid. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for
Rock
being
and roll,
on with
Kaden.
us.
Thank
And I
you
can't
so
wait to talk
much.
to you further.
Oh, you are welcome. We'll do it again sometime.
Of course.
And one more time, what was this track we're going to hear?
Grasping at straws?
Grasping at straw.
Grasping at Straws by Thera. Thank you so much, Kaden, and we will see you soon.
Have a good night.
See you soon.
Take it easy, brother. Dave.
And now, back to the metal experience.
Did you say hookers and blow?
No, I said the metal experience.
That's not nearly as good.
Fuck you. Will you with the blood?
I wanted to write something.
And we are back with the metal experience. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we just got off the line with Caden from Thera from Minneapolis. Thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Hey, that was our first phone interview. How well did that go? Yeah.
Yes.
I liked it.
Thank you, Birdie, for setting that up.
And
that
Dave, what
awesome.
was the song we just heard?
Yeah, your phone's that's
Grasping
not on.
at straws.
Yep.
Well, I think you guys all know what type of sexy time it is.
Is it tool time?
And now for a random moment with that guy, Bill.
Don't understand what you said, but I'm going to sit down.
Only on the metal experience.
I am punching your salad! I am punching your salad!
Yes, I am punching the salad.
So, what do you got for us this week?
Well, first I want to ask you, are you a betting man, Luco?
No.
With small
he's
amounts
not.
of money,
he's
sometimes
not.
like dollar bills.
Well, in the 1980s, Las Vegas hospital workers were suspended for betting on when patients would die.
Oh my
Morbid.
goodness. Just suspended, that's it. You're gone. 1 week, no pay.
1 week, no pay, but he probably got it for, getting the pot for that bet.
Yeah, there you go. That was that's what your random thing was?
That was my random fact for the day.
You are so goofy.
I try to be. I try.
Well, we have another that was so quick.
That was very quick. Do we even have everything? I mean,
Do
is
we?
my
I don't
hat
know.
still on?
Yeah, your hat's still on.
Okay.
Is your makeup good, Morgan?
Yeah, I poked at a mosquito/spider bite or whatever the fuck's on the front of my forehead. And I made it worse. I didn't listen to Luco, as
She
usual.
ripped off her whole
And-
face.
Yeah, now I'm not looking so hot.
If there was video footage, a lot of people would be going to the hospital right now.
Probably. I
Yeah.
murdered my face.
That shot out at the window here. We have to do a Windex.
All right, none of that happened. So we have we're
Well,
gonna do
next-
another.
Yes,
Dude,
our
this
next
one's a
guest
big
tonight.
deal.
This is pretty big.
This is a
pretty
big deal,
awesome.
yeah, especially
I think
for
both of them are
women.
pretty big deals.
They both are. This is our first phone
freaking
interviews.
awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's
But-
like a milestone.
Well,
So are we
Birdie
gonna
arranged it. Let her
play a
announce
song
this.
first to kind of introduce the band and then bring
we're
the
gonna,
band
We're gonna play a song first.
in? Do you have the song set up, Birdie?
I do not have the song set up, actually. I was hoping that we could just pick maybe from the fans list of Antemortem, but I think
Yeah.
from that we would have to get on. We would have to get on their Facebook, pull out,
Can you pull up Antemortem's Facebook page, David?
or their band page, play some music from Antemortem before we introduce our interviewee Zane, who's an amazing guy.
I was gonna say I actually already have him on hold, so
Yeah, Dave already called him.
Oh,
Dave's on it.
He's
dude.
on it.
I
He's
can't.
on
I'm
even.
just gonna throw him on now. So
Thank
Well,
you.
Let Birdie,
Okay, go ahead.
Birdie
Do your
introduce him first as to who he is and.
Did I not already mention his name is Zane? He's an awesome guy, and he's from this band that's really coming out. It's Antemortem, and they're currently on Nuclear Blast.
Mm-hmm.
And
And what
they're-
does Zane do in the band?
Zane is a kick-ass. I believe he's the guitarist. Actually, don't put me on the spot, damn it! I don't have internet connection. This is rough.
yeah, right.
You
She's
write
got things
notes.
written down.
I'm
You're asking for internet connections.
I wrote
You
notes
got
at
notes.
tic-tac-toe.
Oh
I
my
won.
gosh!
And no, but they're on tour now. Actually, today was the day that they left for their Butcher Babies tour. So
Oh, nice.
They're on
yeah,
tour
they're
with
starting
Butcher
that
Babies.
Butcher Babies, and on
I've
October
seen a lot of
1st
titties.
What? Where?
Butcher
And-
Babies.
Okay, so and October 1st they'll be here in Mojo's, so we'll be able to
Nice.
see
October
them.
1st.
Yeah, where's my
Wednesday
man Zane?
night. What?
Where's my
Well,
man?
apparently now we've got to go to Mojo's. That would be awesome.
gotta.
Well, let's patch him through.
Hey, Zane. Zane.
Hello.
Zane.
Hello, Zane. This is the Metal Experience. Thank you so much for your time tonight. We really appreciate it, man.
What's up, world? How's it going?
It's going great. So
You're actually speaking to Morgan
yeah,
from
this
the Metal
is,
Experience.
This is Morgan, not Birdie.
I'm
Ignore
Birdie.
I'm
and
here
Luco's
now.
over here.
Hey,
There's Luco.
that's it.
That's
That's all I got.
So anti-mortem. I'm saying that correctly, right? I'm
Now,
so
Zane-
bad with English.
Zane, you're the guitarist?
Yes,
Told
that
you.
is. You did say it correct too. We get anti. I don't really care how you say it as long as you know
How
my
do you
tunes
say
and
it?
other bands.
Did I do
How
it
do you
wrong?
want to see it?
Do what?
How do you
wanna
say it? What's the correct manner of speech?
It's anti-mortem. That's
Anti.
How we say it.
Okay.
Anti-mortem. Excuse me. Forgive me.
Perfect.
Yeah. But like I
Multiple
said, though, we
apologies.
don't really, like we found out from traveling, and I'm sure when we get to go to the UK, it's going to be crazy too, getting to hear
Anti.
people pronounce it because it's the word anti. People might say anti in a different part of the world. You know what I mean? So
I'm used to anti, but I'm not
yeah,
classy.
so we get called anti-mortem, where it's all kinds of craziness.
Well, you guys are from Oklahoma. You got an accent all your own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I guess. I don't know. We've been told that.
I guess.
Yeah, that whole southern twang just kicked in.
Right there.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right.
Now, didn't you just start? You just left for the tour for Butcher Babies, isn't that right? Isn't that what you told me?
Why are you coming up with a southern accent? You're from Chicago.
No, I am not. I'm from the Bay. That's even worse.
that's
I'm from
true.
the San Francisco Bay. There's no such thing over there.
No, we're leaving tomorrow night. The Butcher Babies tour don't start until like the 27th of this month, but we have Aftershock and a couple dates with the Butcher Babies and BLS, but they're BLS shows. But yeah, they're. I think we're leaving here tomorrow night, and we're going to Reno, Nevada, to play with Black Label Society and
Nice.
Butcher
Whoa.
Babies, and then we're playing the day after that at Aftershock, and then the day after that we're playing with Black Label Society again, and then we're off for like
Dude.
10 days, and then we do the Butcher Babies
Didn't
tour.
I tell
so.
you they were a big deal?
Give Zach Wild a high five for me, please.
So is that who you're going to be on tour with when you come into Joliet, which is out by us? Is that the Butcher Babies tour?
Yes, that's on the Butcher Babies.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actually playing with False Hope Fades on that one.
So
too.
it looks
nice.
like
Yeah.
we're going to buy tickets and we're going to come out and you're going to meet us in person because that's
You're-
a Wednesday
we're
night.
gonna
We're not
force
doing
you to
anything.
meet us.
Yeah, we're going to have to say hi.
I'm gonna be there.
Sweet, that's totally cool. That's awesome. I love meeting new people, and it's awesome. I love shows.
He's got
and-
amazing hair. Don't touch it without his permission.
Luco touches hair. I'm just warning you. He gets really drunk and he likes to.
I like to
I
touch
do?
hair too. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Do you remember the Battlecross situation? Yeah, you got.
No, I don't
weird.
remember. I was really
Okay.
drunk.
Well, tell us a little bit about Anti-Mortem. How long have you guys been together?
No, you know what I want to know about?
Okay,
I
well,
want to know
Birdie
about
first.
New Southern. Can you describe New Southern? Now, was this a definition? How did you come up with New Southern? What is Old Southern?
You're asking 3 questions in one
I
at
like
a time,
him-
lady.
I like to
Okay,
give him options.
okay, I got this. So first off, New Southern. New Southern was like we wrote that song. Like we didn't even know what the record was going to be called. We didn't really, we really honestly just knew what tracks were going to go on it, and we put it together. And New Southern was a song, obviously on the record, but like it was just a song title in the beginning, and it was like we wrote it. What the meaning of that song at that time was kind of like, what we live here in the South, who we are, what we believe, how we act, and and what music we like to hear. Obviously, like the tone of the song is kind of bluesier and in the hard rock area and stuff. But anyways, that's what that was about. But as time progressed, New Southern was like that was a theme. That was like, man, we could build the record around this, and like just the whole thing. And I think that's what we hired a good dude, Brent White. He did the artwork, and he's awesome. He did like Death Angel. He did Testament stuff. He did some Job for a Cowboy. He does good art, But anyways, it was a theme, and so that's where that came from. And as a band, did you say where we came from, or where we met, or?
Well, yeah, we want to know some background too, because we know that you're from Oklahoma. We know that you're signed to Nuclear Blast, but Blast.
Nuclear Blast.
I want a beer. But tell us how you guys originated, like how y'all came about. Damn, I dropped a y'all.
Okay, well, how that started was, really just school and high school, and basically, I met Nevada and I met Rado at Chickasha High School. And well, first of all, me and Corey, the bassist, go back in my life at least really far. Like probably 5th, 4th grade. So we've known each other a while, and obviously we didn't play instruments back then. We just knew each other. And but as we got older, probably middle school, he got guitars, I got guitars. And we were friends, and just, we messed around trying to play whatever songs, riffs we could get. Honestly, it sounded terrible. But we, that's it, whatever. We're like 14-year-old kids playing guitars. At that point, I wouldn't even call myself, I don't even count that year, like, as a year I actually played. But anyways, so we go to, like, I was in 8th grade whenever I started getting really serious about it and playing a little bit more. When I say serious, I'm saying, like, now I can actually play, like Enter Sandman's opening riff or something.
Hey-o.
And it's like, like that's, like, to me, that's a big deal, at 14 or whatever. But, like, I'm staying getting serious about it. But I haven't wrote anything yet or anything, But I met Nevada Rado in high school, and Nevada, he was just another guitarist during lunch. I just had noticed there was a couple kids that brought guitars, and I obviously made friends with them. Like, oh, I play too, and then we just started jamming. Back then, like we were in another band. Like my first band with them was called All But Deserted, and it was a band for literally like 3 weeks until we formed Anti-Mortem, because literally everybody that was in All But Deserted, minus the drummer. Like, we were just like, man, we want to go ahead, because the sound that we were doing was, like, something nobody wanted to do. We had a weird singer. Like, it was just something that, like, well, like, not that it was weird, but, like, it was kind of softer music, and just, I don't know, the singer and stuff wasn't what we wanted at the time. And so we went with Anti-Mortem and just got a new drummer, and then Rado, because Rado played bass in that band. And, like, that was a band, like I said, we just met each other and was like, dude, let's see what we can jam. And that kind of happened. And then within weeks, literally, we were like, no, we don't like this. And then started the Anti-Mortem, and just like years and years and years of that going. I would say that was in like '07 was whenever all that was taking place.
Wow, so that's about 7 years now with Anti-Mortem.
Nice.
Yeah.
What was the year that you guys were found by Nuclear Blast, and how did that come about?
It's only been recently that we signed. The record came out in April. We signed in March of last year. So we've been, in March of this coming year, it'll be 2 years with Nuclear Blast. But how that came about was we just, local, like from the small scale, we just kind of as a band created goals. Like, there was a few bands in the city, Horse Called War, and there was a band called Ricketts that were local bands, but, they weren't, like, they were just so much bigger than local. Like, they were such on a different, like, they were so much on a higher level. Like, they could bring people to shows and stuff, and it was like, yeah, they didn't have labels, they didn't have, like, any big tours, or they never really got to do anything, and, members and just touring and the hard life, hit them and broke, both bands, broke up. But it's like, to us, when we first started out, we wanted to be as big as Horse Called War, we wanted to be as big as Ricketts, and, and that's what we just worked towards, and, we just kept meeting people, and we would always hear, oh, I know this guy, and I know this guy, and it's like, okay, and we'd always follow, we would never be like, oh, that dude's full of crap. It's like, no, dude, we would, like, even if it was, oh, my brother knows this guy that knows it, it's like, okay, let's hit that up, let's see what's up, you never know. So just knowing, we just kept meeting people and knowing people. We eventually met this dude named Provo, which Provo was in Ricketts, and he was like a producer in the city, and we started recording some songs with him, and because he was just, his quality for the money was so great, and we already wasted a bunch of money in our younger years of, like, just so much money. Like, I'm saying tens of thousands, of money, like, that we found investors and family and shit that just helped us get it. And it was just recordings with a bunch of people out in Nashville that screwed us over.
How much money on the recordings? Tens
of
thousands?
Don't let them go into the details.
It was pretty pricey. It was insane. But anyways, we wasted a bunch of money, and then yeah, it was insane. Anyways, so we finally found Provo, and Provo, he charged about $600 a song, and we first started out with 3 songs, and we just kind of sent them to the people that he knew, and that we knew, and nothing really happened or whatever. But then Provo joined Skin Lab because Ricketts broke up. And Skin Lab's a band from, like, way back when. Yeah. So Provo gets in Skin Lab with his buddies with Steve Esquivel, and that's who I give credit to a lot of, like, just, because making this work, there's a lot of things that you have to have, because all it takes is for someone to throw your band out there in front of somebody, and if they like what they're hear, then they move forward with it, and that's exactly what happened. Like, Steve, we had opened with Skin Lab, and we direct supported him, and we, like, played, and I remember we were, like, going over our time for a little bit, and we look over, and Steve's just like, dude, y'all can play for a couple more songs, just keep going, y'all are killing it.
That's
and so
awesome.
We finished it, so we finished it, and Steve is like, he's like, man, I know a guy at Roadrunner, and this is before pre-Nuclear Blast and everything, he was like, I know a guy named Monty Connor at Roadrunner, and he's like, we're going to get you guys a record deal. And, like every other time, we're like, yeah, okay, sweet. In our hearts, we're like, yeah, right, thinking, like, no way. Everybody says they know somebody. It's like, okay, we'll see what this dude can do. And, like, literally, I'll never forget the day, like, a week after that, I get a call from a weird New York number And I answer it, and it was like, "Is this Zane? This is Monty Connor from Roadrunner Records." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like,
What were you?
I just remember,
What were you doing at that exact moment?
I was actually in my room writing a song on my computer, and like he just called my phone, and I just remember being in my room. I stood up, and he said that, and I was just like, "Whoa!" I felt like my heart stopped. I was just like, "That is so awesome." It was killer. But anyways, but Monty, you know, he loved our band, you know, and we had those 3 songs that we recorded, and he just said that, you know, they were whatever, you know, he heard them, and he's like, "Oh, those are cool songs," you know, but he didn't really know anything about the band at the time. So what we did was we went and did 3 more songs, and we shot a music video with Clark Dio, Chaotic Productions, in Oklahoma City. And he was a friend of Provo's that did a lot of videos for Ricketts and Horse Called War Again, just local bands and stuff. And but he's a killer dude. But anyways, we paid him some money. He gave us a pretty good deal on, you know, a video because we were trying to, you know, kind of shoot this to a record label.
We're actually watching a video of you guys right now.
Yeah.
We got your
Do what? Well,
your
the video,
YouTube high quality, high production value video. We're watching that with all you. You're not the only one with great hair. There's a few of you guys in here. I'm digging that video. I like it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, yeah, that video. I don't know which one you're watching, but the one I'm talking about right now is Truck Stop Special. It's like the oldest one, and we have our old drummer in that and everything. Like, but that's the one that we shot, and we sent it to the label. And like the moment they saw, like Monty just seen what we looked like as a group, and was just like, "Holy crap!" And he just called us and was like, "I love your band, dude." He's like, "We want to sign you, man." And like, well, anyways, we got in with Roadrunner for a while, and like a year of doing demos with Bob Marlette out in L.A. and just doing some behind-the-scenes work with Monty and just Roadrunner. We woke up one day, and it was terrifying, honestly, because we have a management that called us that day and said, "Hey, bad news." We're like, "What's up?" They're like, "Monty and a bunch of other dudes that have worked at Roadrunner since the start just got laid off by a couple bigger people at the label." And we were like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, so basically the dude that wanted to sign your band is not at a label now," and he's like, "Nobody else at that label gives a crap about your band except for Monty."
Damn.
And it was just like, no. And it was like, "So what do we do?" And he's like, "We look for more labels." He's like, "That's all we can do." So we literally sat for like 3 months and just hit up Century Media. We hit up Roadrunner. We hit up Nuclear Blast. And, you know, Monty ended up being at Nuclear Blast. And, you know, and that's you know, they're a pretty heavy label, you know, so at first we were like, you know, Monty in it, because we knew Monty loved us, so we were like, man, well, let's just kind of wait and see where Monty ends up. And when he went to Nuclear at first, we were kind of like, oh, no, that's a label that will never sign us, you know, he's not going to be able to do it. Well, he was so interested in our band and just so, like, in love with the project and just cared about it, that he was like, you know, trying to build another branch to Nuclear Blast.
They signed Devil You Know, too, right? Howard Jones's other project is on Nuclear Blast, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so, I mean, they've kind of changed it up where it's a different sound. It's not as...
black metal.
Yeah, not as
exactly.
heavy,
Well, they're kind of, well, the
nice.
thing is, the thing is what they did, and they're really smart. You know, they're smart dudes. They're, you know, because Monty was in with Roadrunner from the day one, you know, and he built that label. You know, he helped, you know, sign the bands that built that label for sure. And but Monty, he, you know, I feel like they're all being smart about it, you know, because Nuclear Blast at this point, you know, they don't have, you know, I think we're one of the only radio-able bands, I would say. Like, they've pushed our singles a couple times on the radio.
Nice.
And it's like, you know, they've never been able to do that or have bands that could reach rock radio. So they're you know, they're branching out, like with bands like Graveyard, Scorpion Child.
Scorpion Child, we just saw
there's
them
bands
recently.
on their label, you know, that aren't death metal and black metal and doom metal. It's just, you know, and I'm not saying that that's bad. I listen to everything on that label. Like, they're one of the best labels. You know, I listen to all the heavy stuff on that label. But it's so great
They're
that
one of my
you know,
favorites.
that they did want to branch out. But yeah, anyways, that's how we, you know, that was a long explanation, but that's how we met them and how we got with Nuclear Blast, because it was originally Roadrunner and all that went south, but then we ended up there with Nuclear, so it all panned out.
Now, what was your comparing yourself from being like a local band with the scene there and how you are now? Like, are you still in support? Are you still going out to the local shows and supporting like your friends? Did you have friends that were in local bands that you're trying to help, or are you now, you know, with your tour schedules, you're not able to witness more of your local scene now?
Well, honestly, the way that, like, to me, like, I still support the scene, you know, because, like, Oklahoma is, like, I love the scene, because, like, we've been out touring, you know, and I've seen, you know, a couple places out there in the world that are, you know, awesome, you know what I mean, but, like, I haven't seen a real good rock, because, like you said, with the support, like, there's bands, you'll go to shows and you'll see the same 300 people at every show, regardless of what bands, because they're like, it's kind of like let's go to the show and see all my friends and see who's out. You know what I mean? But the thing is though, like I have you know, like with being touring, you know, I've kind of, it's something I fight with every now and again about like how, you know, like we're a touring act, you know, and we're on the road busy all the time, you know, so it's like the little bit of time that I do get home, it's like I really, really fight myself to get out sometimes because I just like to rest up, you know, and be able to write, you know, because all the stuff that I used to be able to do, you know, like in my spare time and at home, writing-wise, and, you know, just everything musically that I do, like, it's just so much larger than the time that I get to put it into now, which I understand. I knew it was going to come to that, you know, but, like, yeah, I still go out, but, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say to every damn show, you know what I mean, but I do, you know, and I have a bunch of friends in the scene, you know, like, there's close friends, and then there's just people that know me that, you know, when we see each other, we say hi, but there is so many people in the city that support my band, and, you know, and I support them too, so.
That's what it's about, support for your fellow metalheads and just musicians in general. You know, the whole scene needs support all over.
What's been the biggest thing that you've learned as a musician from the ground up, creating your band, going from just local now to, you know, you're dealing with paperwork and contracts and recording professionally now? What have you seen?
You're asking him like 3 questions at once. Just give him one question.
I would say, that's a very, it's hard to answer that because over the years, man, there's been so much stuff, you know, like subcategories where I could break it down to like money or like, you know, within friendships of the band members or like with anything. There's stuff that I've learned all along the way. But like, I would say the main thing is to just, you know, I've learned to explore all avenues and never give up and just try and just never let, you know, if you believe in it, just let it live at that. Just like, you know, just if you believe in yourself and everybody that's in your group believes in it, then don't let people tell you no. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was meaning earlier, too, with, like, anybody and everybody that come up to us and say they knew something or knew somebody. It was like, you know, you never know. They might. So it was like we always listened and just took every avenue, you know, and that's why we also, you know, like I said, we lost some money, you know, in the early days on some recording because we met some people that, you know, had a company out of Nashville that, you know, could get you into this cool studio and blah, blah, blah. And it was really just so he could get coke that night. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's the truth, though.
You go spend $15,000, and this dude, literally, we found out later that, you know, he rented this studio that we could, like, I could call, like, the Sound Emporium's where we went, and I could call Juanita Copeland at the Sound Emporium right now and be like, hey, I want to book your place, and it costs like $600 an hour or whatever. You know, there's a rate, but it's like we went out there and spent like 15 or 20 grand, and it was like he probably literally called her and said, I need the studio. We spent like 3 days in the studio, crunched a whole record into 3 days. So it's like really, he probably was like say it is like 600 or 1,000 a day. He probably was like, here's 3 grand, charge us 15 to 20 grand, and then
he snorted
he's got 15, 20 grand.
Yeah.
You know, he's got, you know, so it was one of those deals where you look at it back now and it's like, yeah, we just bought that dude because he drove a BMW, so we make that joke. It's like, we bought that car for that dude, basically. Like,
oh, my God.
You know, or definitely paid for half of it.
No one should ever question your dedication about whether or not you want to be a musician.
Yeah, right? And it's definitely a learning experience.
You know what, Zane? You are one of the easiest interviews I've ever had in my life. You talk all the way. You give us all the information. You can tell the story. I love you.
Even when we ask 18 questions.
Yeah.
You listen. You're
answer
completely like, oh, I know how to do this.
I'm going to come out and see you on October 1st at Mojo.
Oh, we are too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'll tag along too, I believe.
We'll see you there.
But
awesome.
We're still going to do an interview too, right? I'm going to put you on paper. Is that what's going on?
No, we can't do that. No.
Damn.
Well, where can people find Anti-Mortem? I know that you're pushing a new CD right now.
Oh, speaking of pushing the CD, what's your number one song off of the CD? Because you have a video for it, right?
Yeah, wait, are you talking about my favorite song or like the song that we're pushing or whatever?
The song that you're pushing, I guess.
We can play,
but what's your favorite?
We can play both.
You know, what do you want?
Well, I mean, we started out pushing 100% American Rage, which is why we shot a video of that, and that kind of hit the rock radio for a while, and we're kind of, as of, you know, that kind of, you know, did its cycle or whatever, and we're kind of pushing Truck Stop Spectrum now.
All right.
And we haven't hired radio to do anything with it yet, but we're thinking about early next year plans to get that to be our single. But anyways, my favorite off the whole record is probably, I like Hate Automatic a lot. that's probably
Hate Automatic.
like the lyric content in that song. There's kind of a secret behind the words. Like you just have to know us really, really well to know exactly what that song was about. But that's one of the reasons why it's so special to me is the time that we were going through, what was going on with everybody while we wrote that song. The meaning, you know, I mean, it relates to everybody, and people can go check out the words and be into it. But like, it's really just something for us. Like we wrote that lyric content for us. But anyways, that's one of my favorites. I Get Along with the Devil too, and then Jonesboro is probably my other favorite.
So could we play the single that you've been pushing for the radio, and then we can play Hate Automatic for you guys too?
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. And then you guys are hitting tours soon with the Butcher Babies. I know that you're going on a small tour before that. When is your tours? Where can people catch you guys in the next? Well, I mean, it's 4 months until the end of the year. Really, you guys are busy.
Well, we've got the Butcher Baby. Like we have Aftershock and a few Black Label Society shows like pretty soon, and then we've got the Butcher Babies tour. And then when we come home from that, we're home for like a week, and we fly to the UK. We're going over there with
fancy.
King and Lion Eyes, and that's like literally that. I'm stoked for that because it's like 30 days or something over
Nice.
there. Like we're over there for a while.
Is that where you're
That'd be
spending
awesome.
Christmas?
Do what? No,
No?
no, we'll be home. That's November. We're over there
Okay.
for like the month of November, and then we come back like I think November 27th or 28th. We should be back, and then we don't have anything booked at that point, but we're still looking into some dates. We've had some tour offers and stuff. So, but for now, that's all that we're doing that we've got.
Awesome. Well, we're very excited to see you guys live, and we really do appreciate your time. You've been awesome, and
You have been. I can't wait to meet you face to face.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all going to take a big group picture together. Yay!
We better take a big group shot.
Absolutely. We could definitely do that too. That'd be awesome.
No,
for those,
I'm down. That's totally cool. I'm ready. Like I said, it's harder for me. You guys, like, I'm terrible with, you know, it'll be official once we meet because I'm terrible with names. So
it's okay. We are too.
you know, like,
but Zane is
it's
just
horrible,
such a
but
unique
once we
name.
meet each
yeah.
other, I'll remember forever, like, your faces and stuff. Like, I'm the worst. I meet so many people. It's like, when I see people, I'm like, yeah, bro, I totally know you. But the whole time I'm in my head, like, say your name, please say
Yes.
your name. It's like, oh,
I'm
hey,
Birdie.
what's up,
This
dude?
is
Like,
Morgan.
And then there's
And
Luco.
there's Luco.
But we'll add you on Facebook first. If you have Facebook,
I already
we'll be
got
able to.
him.
Yeah, we'll interact with you then. So when you see us in person, you'll recognize us at the show. And then where can
Sounds
people
good.
find Anti-Mortem on the internet to buy your merch, to find your music,
And tour dates
and
and
tour
everything.
dates?
Okay, well, first of all, you can go to antimortem.com, and that's where you can get tour dates for sure. As far as like the merch and stuff, like our label, you can go to their page and kind of go to our band page, and there's links within. You just kind of got to follow, or come to a show. That's my favorite thing because you know, we get to meet you in person, and it's just more special, you know, to the fans and to us. You know, we'll sign your stuff and take pictures. So, you know, that's it. But I mean, also as far as just looking into the band, I mean, you can go to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, a Vine. Like, we have pretty much like any
Got a
social
Vine.
media marketing out there. Like, we try to use it and use it. So
Awesome.
Well,
So,
thank you
like,
so
we do
much,
all that.
Zane. You were amazing. You have a great rest of your night. Say hi to the rest of the band, and we'll be seeing you in just a month. Less than a month. You'll be
Yes.
here.
yes, I'm stoked. I can't wait.
You'll
All
be
right.
Problems anytime. Hey, and also when we do the interview up there, we can probably I'll talk to the members and see who we can. We can try to get more involved
Ooh.
in it next time.
You get a group time.
Ooh.
Private time with
Yep.
the band. Behind the alley of the venue.
Yeah, I'll see what's up.
I never
talk
get
to
on the bus. I
everybody.
don't care.
Don't let her on the bus.
Nope.
No, I'm kidding.
Hey, I'm just saying, my drummer gives drum lessons.
Oh,
Drum lessons.
Does-
Twiddle the fingers. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
I was going to mention
That's what
I
they
used to be
call
a
it.
drummer.
That's what they call
on
it.
the road.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's good stuff.
Thank
Good
you,
stuff.
Zane.
Well, Zane,
Yeah,
thank
no
you.
problem.
Thank you again so much. And we're going to play 2 tracks, the single, the first single, and then your personal favorite song off the new CD, which is called, by the way?
What was that
Hate
again?
Automatic.
There we go.
Hate
Hate
Automatic.
Automatic. Woo!
Well, thank you, Zane, and we will see you very shortly.
Awesome.
Keep on rocking, brother.
Awesome. Y'all too. See you later. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well, then, this is us signing off for tonight. We've gone over a little bit with time. We've got 2 tracks to play. So tune in next week. Lost in Blue is going to be with us. And then after that week, it's Programmable Animal. Rawr. Thank you, Birdie, for setting up both interviews, for coming out.
Dude, I love coming
This
here.
was
you for coming
fucking
on.
awesome.
It was awesome.
We need to have you on at least once every couple months.
I'll do it again.
Just to...
I'll do it.
Whole show flew
I've got
by.
some dates to fill.
I couldn't believe it.
I've got some dates to fill, if you know what I'm kidding.
Is that drum lessons?
Drum lessons. I mean, we can definitely. This was fun. I mean, phone interviews were easier than I thought. Woo! Band's looking to do phone interviews now. The Metal Experience at
Got
yahoo.com.
it.
I'm booking for next year, motherfuckers.
We want to thank Caden and Thera also. We want to thank Zane and Anti-Mortem.
Yes,
Both of them
awesome.
Very easy.
Awesome.
We were a little nervous because like, oh man, we hope this
Nuclear
but they
Blast
made
is
everything.
a
Dude,
dude.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Smooth and
It
so
was easy.
awesome. Both those guys are awesome. We can't wait to see both those bands live.
And then-
both at Mojo's, which is kind of
Mojo's.
funny.
And then, Birdie, where can we find all your stuff?
Where can not just me
For
and Morgan, but everyone else?
Yes.
Tweet. All those nude pictures.
Sure, my
No,
nude
kidding.
pictures have been leaked.
They've
Oh
been
my
leaked
goodness.
just like all the other.
Yeah, and you were with the
they
list
were
of Jennifer
in
Lawrence
the
and all those
cloud.
others. I was like, whoa, Birdie Garcia's on there.
Oh, see? I didn't even see those. Where are they? Is that my real face? Or
I
is that
don't
just
know.
my real body? Because either way, somebody's going to get disappointed.
Oh, man.
Now, if you need to find me on Facebook. I do a lot of my stuff on Facebook. I have a personal page, but please get my profile, my worldly profile out there. And also, if you are a writer, if you're a photographer, if you're a videographer, if you're a band, write to me. The Sword, the Quill, the SWORD, and the QUILL at gmail.com. Sword. I'll take Schwartz for 500. That's S words.
All right. Well, we're going out tonight listening to Anti-Mortem. They'll be at
And
Mojo's
thank you again,
October 1st.
Birdie.
Thank you,
Love
Birdie.
you guys.
Coming on.
Thank you
And
so much.
What were those 2 songs, Dave? You have them.
Yeah, I have 100% Pure American Rage and Hate Automatic.
Awesome.
Max. Sweet.
Good night.
Good night.
Retaliate, riot, revolutionize. We can no longer stand idly by. Rebel against this devil, we'll meet your demise. How much can we give till we realize? Read the signs, we're out of time. Today we rise, join or die. We took all we will take. Our hate is American made. City to city, state to state. Our rage is American made. Annihilate, destroy, demoralize. Read between the lines.